Hello, Iron Bill back again. It's been a while since I've made a video. Sorry for that. There's not a lot of interest right now in playing. We're at the end of a very long season, and I gotta say, Season of the Worthy has not been, by any stretch of the imagination or any description, a great season. And I am glad to see it coming to an end. That being said, I've played a lot with clanmates and had a good time, but here of late, about everything's done. And honestly, it's hard to find motivation to get into it. Not to mention the fact that it's early summer now and or late spring, and the weather's nice, and I am an outdoor kind of a guy, and I also have acreage that I maintain. So, yeah, just a whole lot of reasons kind of came together to make it kind of a slow period. And so, fortunately for me, I don't make any money off of this. I just do this for fun. So, I'm able to take breaks when I want to, so yeah, here we are. So anyway, I'm on my Warlock, top tree Stormtrance, and I'm running a Ghost Primus. And this is a Leviathan weapon, an auto rifle. And if you haven't pulled one out of your collections, or if you haven't gotten it yet, it's worth running Leviathan to get it. It's a 600. It has some nice qualities to it. If I were to look it up very quickly here, this Ghost Primus has under pressure, which is improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower. High impact reserves, which means the bottom half of the magazine is going to be pretty solid, and then arrowhead brake, which is going to give a lot of recoil control and handling speed. So it is you don't have any scope options, you don't have any barrel options or anything like that, really. I mean, it's pretty much a static roll, year one weapon, but it is good. And I strongly encourage, with 44 in the mag, it has a good clip. I strongly encourage you to give it a shot, especially in casual play, which is what we have here. Now, my play is obviously a bit rusty. I had two opponents there, decided to reload while standing right out in front of them, which was a dumb move on my part. But yeah, it's not the gun's fault that I'm stupid. So anyway, we're fairly evenly matched here, and as you saw early on, there's an Antaeus Ward Titan scooting around, sliding, and just reflecting shots back. Now, he got me early in the match, and I knew exactly what he was, and I thought, okay, we're going to just back up, and we're going to play a little bit of distance, and when he rushes, we're going to just back up, and I'm going to sidearm him, and that was going to be the plan. Drop my rift whenever I can. I know he's right over there to the right, and you see me already backpedaling, but I've got a teammate in front of me that puts work into him. I scoot forward to get the rift one more time, come up to B, just kind of cover it. I know they're going to come for it, and on this map, you know, really any map. Now check it out. He's hiding up here, and my teammates can't find him. Anyway, on this map, or really any map, if you're controlling two zones, you're winning. And I played a match earlier where I got more kills than I get here, but my team just wasn't interested in pushing for zones. They were playing Clash, and though we held one zone, the other team controlled the zones and got more advantage kills, and they wound up sneaking a kill from us. So in this instance, again, I see this guy coming at me with a shotgun. I back up, my teammate comes in to help, but even at that, I was in pretty good shape even though my health was dropping. This team that I'm on here, back to the point, is trying to take zones, playing an objective, and covering heavy, which oftentimes when you play solo queue, you find that teammates won't do that. I have a sword. I didn't know that until I actually picked up the heavy, and I decided, what the heck, I'm going to try to get some kills off of it. Now this slows down my production somewhat, but we are holding the zones, and for the most part. So you see we have C and A right now, and really making an attempt at B. And so I think, well, what the heck, you know, they have to come to C or A, one or the other, in order to get this away from us. I've got red all over the radar here. I'm overcommitted, but decide to go for it, and it pays off. I wind up getting a couple of kills. Now against more skilled opponents, that would have been a sure death, but it worked out okay here. Now, securing A, checking C. Our opponents, our teammates are moving down here to check out B. I kind of overcommit here, I think. Yeah, there's a sniper. I see him. I put some shots on him, get him. That's how good that gun is. I outdueled that sniper just by kind of hanging in there with it. But I did have a little bit of cover to play off of, and he wasn't real solid. A high-level sniper probably would have killed me with that. Backed out of that blade barrage just enough that I didn't get taken out, which is a first, because normally that'll kill you around a corner. Take that guy out. I'm kind of moving back and forth here, just trying to bait them in. I see that somebody's making an attempt at A, so I'm going to go up there and cover it, but teammates already killed the guy, and I see that sniper there. I'm not going to challenge him directly. I've got blank, but I just am not quite confident enough that he's not good enough to go ahead and just take the snapshot. But eventually, I'll go ahead and go for the move. I don't have enough super to do too much else, but I'm going to come over and drop a rift. Unfortunately, I left myself in a place that my animation caused me to take the initial couple of hits, and there was more than one there, and I decided not to hang, which was smart. Now, I didn't panic when that super came at me, and was able to take him down finally with a melee after priming him with the Ghost Primus, but then his teammate came over the top and finished off a relatively weak me. So here we are on super again. We're controlling C and A, which is what you want to do on this map because that controls the heavy. I've got my blade again, my sword. And I'm, this is almost painful to watch. I was watching a video yesterday on the 2-second rule, which says if you haven't acquired a target within 2 seconds, move on. Probably a pretty good rule, but I know they have to come to us. And I'm not that worried about my production at this point in time because the match is in hand. And so I decided to wait it out. Now I know that guy, once he died, he was going to come looking for me again in that same spot. So I let his orb disappear, then I moved. And I knew that sooner or later they were going to come back. And I just wanted to see if I could get another sword kill. Swords aren't, especially these nondescript swords, and I don't even know which one I have. It's probably a steel sibyl or something like that. Not particularly easy to get kills on against people that know what they're doing. This one is, yeah, I think I was right. I think it was a steel sibyl. Yeah, that's what it was. And there's really nothing special about that sword at all. So, yeah, I did all right with it. Didn't give up any ammo on it, and got a few kills. I think I've gotten at least 4 or 5 kills off of swords this match. So that's really unusual. All right, I make a stupid mistake here. I see the sniper, and I decide to challenge him again, but I'm not getting hits on him. Yeah, if you stand out there in the open long enough, especially at that range, that was his wheelhouse right there. I pretty much asked for that death. Coming on up, we're 141 to 81. This match is very much in hand. Put some heat on that person. I think I get that one too, or at least a piece of it. And I see the heavy coming up again. Decide to go ahead and defend it here in just a second. And I approach that, and I see the radar, and I put a little Ghost Primus on him, then decide to go sidearm and close the gap. But I don't close it aggressively enough, and the red is popping up all over the radar because they're coming for it. And had they been a better team, they would have collapsed on me right away. And I think I actually might have pulled that person down, or at least to the point my teammate got him, and didn't get the heavy. But, I got pinched. It's the way it goes. So if you're going to commit to the meal, I guess you have to commit all the way. It's the lesson I would learn there. So how did I do? Well, it's looking like a decent match. I think I wound up with 19 kills and a few caps, 3.17. That's pretty decent. Not the best, but it's fine. So with that, I'm going to leave it. This is Iron Bill signing off.